Hey, I thought I'd do a video today review on two kayaks that we have here, and we've used them both for a while now, and thought I would tell you a little bit about both of them. We've been out in the lakes, ponds, rivers, and the Delaware Bay, and really impressed with both of these kayaks. First one I'm going to talk about is the Sun Dolphin 10, and we had gotten this one from Kmart on sale. It was a really good price. The only thing that we added to it was some fishing rod holders on the side and a little bit of cordage that we attached just enough to put some gear underneath if we need to. And one of the devices we came up with was a clamp for clamping on to stumps or tree limbs as kind of an anchor. So we do a little fishing with these, so that comes in handy. And then the length of this boat is 10 foot, but as you can see, it has a really wide cockpit in it. I'm going to step inside of it right quick. Okay, I'm down inside of it right now, and you can see I'm 6'2", and got the pedals adjustment here. Can throw them all the way forward, and as a 6'2" person, you can see where my knees are. They're up slightly elevated, which is kind of comfortable for me. And then if I need to, I can kick forward all the way out and not touch anything. Nice leg guards here, knee guards and stuff on the side. They're kind of comfortable to have for your leg purposes. But and the seat is a standard seat backing. We have taken foam and cut out a bottom end for it, and that's worked out very well. As you can see, it's just a seat back with minor adjustments on it. Pull it tight, or you can loosen it up just a little bit to give yourself a little bit more slack. But again, you can see there's plenty of room inside the Dolphin 10. In the back, got one well, not overly big, but big enough to put some items in there. And even if I put a cell phone in there, or any electronic devices, or even a wallet, still put it inside of a plastic bag and then keep it down inside that, because it's not exactly waterproof. And then from a company called Kayak, sells a lot of accessories for kayaks. Got this netting for it, and we can stretch it out, put camping gear or anything like that on top. Nice thing about this one is too, it's got a port plug here that pull it out, turn it up on her end, wash it out, drains out real nice. Again, that's a nice little feature to have, since the whole boat or kayak inside, the water can go from front to back by just tilting it. Nice pull handle on the back end. It did come with a paddle holder. Again, just slip the paddle through here and then bring the cord up, and it clips the paddle up on the side of the kayak, and it does hold it up there very nice, well balanced. The paddles we use are C-Sense paddles, and they work outstanding. We're not having any problems with them at all. The underneath look of the kayak is relatively flat bottom with some keel work on the bottom, not much, but a very stable kayak. I mean, it would take an awful lot to roll this one over on her side and actually get water inside of it. Very maneuverable, even for beginners to get in. I would really suggest this particular kayak as a beginner kayak. I know you've seen probably hundreds of reviews on them, but I'm telling you, just from my body size and my experience, a new kayak would have no problem with this one. Very stable, does exactly what you want it to do. very little weather veining, and tracks really, really nice. So that's the Sun Dolphin 10. Next one we're going to go on is the Perception Sport 13. The Perception Sport 13 Conduit 13 I purchased from Dick's Sporting Goods store. I like the length of this one. I wasn't going to get this color. I was looking for the sky blue and white morphing colors, but I ended up getting this one. The visibility is good on it. For being out in the bay and stuff, it can be seen. Maybe a little bit brighter than the Dolphin can. This is 13 foot, and it has two storage units in it, 2 bays, and they are really nice bays. And it works kind of like Tupperware. Little seal there. Now, I washed this thing out last night, so there's a little bit of water left over residue, but you can see inside there is plenty of room to put camping gear, beach gear, whatever you want in there. I've had 2-man tent rolled up in its original bag, and it'll fit in there with no problems. Stove gear. Okay, so anyway, the rear hull storage unit is about 11 inches, a little more than 11 inches wide, and 15 inches long ways, and it does go all the way to the back. And then if you look forward, this is the bulkhead behind the seat. Going up to the front storage unit, this is completely round, so it's about 9.5 inches in diameter, and the depth inside of it is roughly 10.5 inches. And you can see the front bulkhead, or the other side is where my feet would be, all the way to the front of the nose. So this is all good storage area. And again, you can put plenty overnight, 2-night stay gear in there, including some very micro sized sleeping bags. The cockpit is at my seat level is 19 edges from the inside edge to inside edge here. So a little narrow, but I don't have any room or any problems with the room in there. Plenty of room for my hips. Again, I'm 6'2", so in a way just about 200 pounds, so I'm not having any problems inside this thing. You can see the whole total length from the back of my seat, where my back would be, to the front lip of the cockpit. It's about 29 inches. So that's plenty of room. And then if you look behind the seat, tilt this forward just a little bit, show you the back. There's plenty of room to put tackle boxes back there, anything you want to carry back there, sodas, water, fish, any kind of fishing gear. I've kept all kinds of stuff back there. First aid kits, and of course I buy the waterproof boxes from Dick's Sporting Goods, the type that are water seal. You can water seal them out, and then I take the strap from the seat, put a D-ring on it, and hook that to my box, and it keeps it down the side snug. On the front, of course, I keep my GoPro mount to put my GoPro, and I try to film most of the times that we're going out. These were factory installed, very nice, high quality bungee cords, and you can strap down stuff underneath that and keep it on board. I've not had any problems with it rolling off the edges, because this is not flat. And then there's one more in the back. Again, you can put bags underneath there, camping gear, whatever. The reason I wanted this particular kayak was if we did go camping, we could put most of the gear inside this kayak and not have to worry about stuffing stuff into the dolphin tent. So this one also comes with a unique rudder system. It's already got the rudder mount factory made in the back, so you can attach a rudder to it. It already has the slots ready, so all they have to be is drilled out, and the cables from the rudder run back into here all the way through into the cockpit where you can set up a rudder system. I've not needed it much except for a couple times in the bay when I was weather vaning pretty bad, and because of the length of the kayak and the wind, I was having to counter with strokes instead of a rudder. It would have helped to have had a rudder. But in the lakes and the rivers and streams that I've been in, this thing tracks unbelievably straight. I mean, very little effort to keep it going straight. And I will say this, it is a fast kayak. This thing will move along as much as you want to put into it. It'll give you everything that you're stroking on. It'll go for you. So again, they have the hand grips, one up front right on the bow and one in the back. It carries very well. It's very light. Not very many issues with this one as far as picking it up and turn it over. I'm going to roll this over so that you can see the bottom. It kind of reminds me of kind of a corrugated rooftop, the way that's designed. But I will tell you this, I think that has a lot to do with the tracking on this boat. The balance on it is unbelievable. And again, the speed is just as much as you want to put into it, you'll get out of it. So I would highly suggest, if you're looking for a step up from an 8 or a 10 foot, as long as Perception is making these and as long as Dick's Sporting Goods is selling them, I'd go get you one. Very stable, very nice kayak. I dumped it once accidentally, filled out the cockpit, was able to get out of it, and it didn't do anything but just float in the water full of water. So the 2 bays are sealed off, and that was where I was getting my flotation from, and it was pretty balanced out. It wasn't bad at all. So anyway, that's the Conduit 13 and the Sun Dolphin 10.